It depends on if your business is just starting off, if you're a small company, or are you already one of these top results and you want to move on. Both of these situations are very common. And I've been in both of these situations almost 50-50 many, many times before. My advice to both of these situations would be different. If you're starting off, you don't have a big website like some of these other websites do, which I predict you do. So travel is pretty competitive. A lot of people search for travel online. Hence, the websites in the space are all very well funded, are all very big, and it's very competitive to get after these terms because they're very valuable. A lot of these people are going to be really big. You can't defeat them on SEO. They have too much authority built up. My recommendation to a small company would be you need to find variations of the keywords you're trying to rank for. You can't go after fly to Montreal, fly to Vancouver, or plane ticket prices for flight to Ottawa or something like that. It's very unlikely that you're going to outrank Expedia and Air Canada and all these other websites. You need to find different variations of longer tail keywords, which don't get the thousands or hundreds of thousands of volume every single month, but they might get 20 or 30. And then what your play from there is that you have to find these keywords and you're in the volume game at this point. So you're trying to go after all these keywords. When people do search these one-off queries or these long tail queries, your page is the best page to rank for it. And since nobody else is competing for it, you have a chance to get into those top spots. That's my advice to a small company. If you're a big company and you're in position 5 and you want to get into position top 3, then what it becomes a two-pronged approach. Firstly, your authority of your entire website would need to improve. That would probably include some level of on-page optimization, technical optimization, content development, backlink building. Your overall domain will need to improve, so it becomes easier to crawl and more favorable when it is being crawled as comparison to your competitors. And then the other thing would be on a page for page basis. What are the exact terms you want to rank for? Because I imagine there's hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of different terms you want to go after. But let's just say, what are the most profitable ones for you? Because it doesn't matter how big your company is, you can't go after 100,000 keywords. That's very expensive and would be very hard to pull off by any SEO agency. What are the 5 to 10 clusters of keywords that you want to rank for because they have the highest profit margin? Then what happens is that you start optimizing for those clusters and you start knocking them off one by one. Once you start ranking on the top 1 to 3 spots for flights to Vancouver, then you start going after flights to Calgary. Then you start going after flights to Ottawa, and so on and so on. That's the advice that I would give to somebody who's coming in and asking me for help.